You've said either the general population will take control of our destiny or there will be no destiny for anyone to control. Why is that so?
I think we are in a situation where, the human species has developed the capacity to destroy itself and everything else. Now, that's been true since the Second World War. And we are edging very close to the possibility of that happening. It's come very close in the past. I mean, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, which Arthur Schlesinger described as the most dangerous moment in human history, we just learned last October how dangerous it was. Last October, it was revealed at the retrospective conference of participants in Havana, American, Russian, and Cuban, that the world was literally one word away from terminal nuclear war. Russian submarine commanders, turns out, had nuclear-tipped missiles, and they were under attack by American destroyers at the edge of Kennedy's quarantine zone. They assumed a nuclear war was going on. Two of the commanders ordered the missiles sent. That would have led to a devastating response, taking out Moscow, then comes New York, and then we're over. One commander countermanded it. That was a consequence of an international terrorist war aimed at regime change. Those notions are right in the headlines. And we're coming very close to that now. I mean, the preventive war doctrine last September is just instructing people in the world that you better develop weapons of mass destruction or a means of terrorism in order to deter the United States. Where's that going to lead? Or take, in another domain, nobody really understands in any detail what's going on with the climate. It's a complicated issue. But there's a near consensus among scientists that we're playing with fire. Could be. It's kind of like Afghanistan. You're risking the possibility of very severe destruction if anything goes wrong. These are sort of nonlinear processes. I mean, a slight change could have a big effect. And you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe an ice age in Europe or some other thing. Well, we're very near the edge in nuclear weapons development, in other weapons of mass destruction, in policies that are creating international chaos, in possibly destroying an environment in which decent survival is possible. None of this is predictable. It's just all too close for comfort, and things are tending in that direction. I mean, and it's not particularly new. I mean, take, say, the history of Europe. For hundreds of years, Europe was the most savage place in the world. The main activity of Europeans was slaughtering each other, and meanwhile, on the side, conquering most of the world. In 1945, they called it off. Why? Well, very straightforward reason. It was understood by French and Germans and British that the next time they play the centuries-old game of slaughtering each other, it's going to be the end of the world, because they had developed means of destruction so enormous that you just can't do it anymore. So now Europe is a peaceful region. But unless that extends to the world, the same problems are going to arise.